Thanks for staying with us now. So, welcome to our sponsored segment. AnyworkX is an online marketplace where vendors of legitimate services can showcase their business to prospective customers anywhere and at any time. Join us to tell us more about it is the Executive Director of Product and Strategy of AnyworkX app, Mr. Bolaji Bayo Tijani. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Tell us about AnyworkX.
Okay, thank you very much for having me today. AnyWorks, not AnyworkX.
Oh, it's AnyWorks.
Yeah.
Okay.
AnyWorks is a productivity app that we have created to digitally connect service providers with their customers anywhere, anytime. And it's a borderless online marketplace for service providers to advertise their services and for customers to reach out to them anytime, anywhere they need their services. So we have services ranging from professional to the creative services to the artisans, and AnyWorks is an aggregate of the service industry. So whatever service you're looking for, you can find it on AnyWorks. We have about 200 services listed on the app.
Wow. So we have a number of service businesses, like you just mentioned, and I'd like to know what separates AnyWorks from others. What's unique about AnyWorks?
Okay. The first unique thing about AnyWorks is that every other attempt we've had at e-ordering service apps are specific to a particular industry.
Okay.
But AnyWorks is an aggregate of all players in the service industry, ranging from medical services to legal services to creative services, even media, you know. And we also have the blue-collar industry. We have a painter, a photographer, we have the makeup artist. We have all kinds of services listed on AnyWorks. That's the major branding for AnyWorks. It's an aggregate of all services in the industry. So you can reach out to any service provider on our application, ranging across these service industries, and book their services when you need them.
So when I hear AnyWorks, I remember when we were in school, you know, it was a local...
In school?
Yes,
really?
in the hostel, people would come around and like, any work, like their job is to hustle out anything that you need done and get it done. Yeah. So having to now see it become, having someone create that idea of providing any solution to people's basic needs, and then digitizing it is very, very good. So can you tell us about how you came about the idea, so that if, in case it is not what I'm thinking was the way you came about the idea, how did you come about the idea of creating this platform?
What you're thinking is actually part of the idea.
Okay.
It's actually part of what formed the idea of AnyWorks.
Interesting.
You know, specifically schools like Unilag. You see people running around AnyWorks. In Uniben, you see them asking Workday. You know, this kind of situations that we have across universities in Nigeria. And another thing that informed this decision is personal experiences. You know, if I ask every one of us on this table now to give instances of situations where we needed a service and we couldn't get it. You know, it happened to me recently. I needed an electrician. The electrician I used told me he's not around, that he's not going to come back until the evening, which means I wouldn't have light till he comes back in the evening. Sure. But with AnyWorks app, I can instantly go on the app and search for an electrician within my vicinity. And it will come to me and render the service. Another reason why we have created AnyWorks is that if you look at the Nigerian GDP from 2012 till date, the service industry has played a major role in boosting our GDP. As of 2022, the service industry contributes 44% to Nigeria's GDP, which is the highest. And we've thought, how do we make service rendering in this industry much more easy? We are bringing convenience into that sector, thereby driving productivity, increasing engagement, and ultimately economic empowerment of service providers across Africa. That is the reason why we have created AnyWorks app.
So how does the app works for users?
Okay, simple. The app is available on Google Play Store and Apple App Store now. If you check now, you can download it. So if you're a service provider, you download the AnyWorks vendor app. And if you're a customer, you download the AnyWorks customer app. So as a vendor, You download, you register, you tell us about your services, and after your registration, we have a mandatory security verification on the app. For the service provider, this is 5 levels, and for the customer, it is 4 levels. Because if we're verifying the service provider, we need to verify the customer. If you're visiting, if a service provider is visiting a customer, we need to know that, yes, we know this person. And he said customer should also be at rest that we know this service provider that is coming to his or her place.
Yes.
So we have created this 5 levels and 4 levels of verification for both service provider and customers on our application. And without doing that verification, neither the customer nor the service provider can transact on the app. You must do this verification.
Okay.
So, thank you.
So you've already answered like 2 other questions, because the usual question will be that is, how safe is it if I bring somebody to my house and the person is doing the ritualist, and the person, I'm the only one, you know, those kind of things. So I'm happy that you said that there is a bit of verification process. Would you like to share so that people that are watching that intend to download your app now will feel more comfortable in using it?
Thank you very much. So for the service providers on our application, we take their facial verification, then the verification of the national document, the NIN or international passport or driver's license. Then after that, we do their address verification. Where do you live? We want to know where you live, and we do this verification with our enhanced AI system to verify users on our application. Then after that, we believe that every service provider is available on social media. They have a social media platform. So we ask them to give us their social media links. So we verify them also that, okay, you're human. And the last level of verification for the service provider is the professional certification verification. So we want to know that what you say you do, are you a professional? Are you certified to do it? For instance, the medical service, are you certified to be a medical consultant? For the legal services, are you certified to be a lawyer? We don't want to have a repeat of the case in Kenya recently, you know. So if you say you are a photographer, are you a certified photographer?
Right, so so is the app available outside Nigeria? Because if I live abroad and my grandmother is living in the house and I'm maintaining, and she says, oh, the plumbing has got bad, and I want to send a plumber from America to go and fix her, can your app, or can I access your app abroad, or how would they work?
That's an interesting part of our application. It's an Afrocentric app. It's an app made for Africa by Africans. So, but presently we have just launched. So we're presently in Nigeria. But our goal is to be in other African countries by the start of Q1 2024. So if I'm going to Ghana and I need a taxi driver to pick me at the Kotoka International Airport, I can book the service from Nigeria, Lagos, or Abuja, where I'm flying from. And I tell him I'll be in Ghana by so time, pick me up at the airport, and I can do that. If I need services in South Africa, I can go on the app and, you know, book the services.
But if someone was listed on the vendor's app as a makeup artist, and then the person has the skill of a tailor, can the person just, you know,
just
switch or even be listed for all of them?
No.
Because we experienced that. Why?
As it is now, we value specificity. So
you have to
yes, you have to pick one thing you're a professional at.
Wow. If you are a professional at everything now, like
we know people that
want to join your app.
Recognize only one for
only
now.
one thing.
Only one for now. But we're looking at a situation where a service provider can render more than one service because this is Nigeria.
Yes, and, we do more than one.
Somebody can be fixing fixing AC.
Exactly.
How does the vendor get their money after a successful transaction? How does that work?
That's our suite now, and I'm going to open up on that now. So we have this special feature, the AnyworkX in-app wallet. So for both the vendor and the customer, there's a wallet on the app. So your transaction, you receive money in this wallet, and the customer pays from this wallet. So how the wallet works, the customer is expected to fund their wallet with the amount required for the service. So, and the service provider renders the service and gets the money at the end of the service. So we have this escrow feature. So once the customer and service provider bargains and agrees on the terms of payment or the service fee that the service provider will be paid, the customer is mandated to pay that service fee. So the service fee is now escrowed, it's kept in the wallet. Neither the customer nor the service provider have access
To the service.
to the service fee until the service
is
provider
rendered?
has completely rendered the service and the customer is satisfied.
Oh.
Yeah. So the vendor receives the money to their wallet and they can withdraw to their bank account.
So what
AnyworkX.
percentages does AnyworkX get?
Okay, so AnyworkX get just 15% on the service fee, which is the lowest in the industry, I must say.
Which industry? Okay. Thank you so much. I think, is there any other final thing you want to say just as we wrap up now? Any final words to your customers?
Yes. So I would like to say that AnyworkX app has come as a productivity app. You know, today the cost of living is rising, and people need to do more. People need to earn more, and we have this special situation in our continent where a medical doctor can also be a barber. So, you know, this app has created that opportunity for people that want to render their services anytime, anywhere. So we have created this borderless market that you don't need to worry. Whenever the service need comes up, whether in an emergency, an urgent need, something you need in a dire situation, or you're just traveling and your car broke down, or you need a mechanic, you're in a deserted area, and you need a mechanic around you. AnyworkX has come to create that, you know, room, that marketplace where people can easily shop for services. And you can be sure that the security and safety of our users is our priority.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I think
Thank
that's
you.
all we can take on this segment. When we come back, we want to our hot topic of today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.